Hello everyone and welcome to this hybrid meeting of the Communities Committee. I'd like to remind all attendees that this meeting is being recorded and webcast live on the Council's YouTube channel. I've agreed the attendance of most of the committee remotely today and would remind all remote attendees to mute their microphones when not speaking. For any of the members of the public that are watching at home, please note that all of the public committee reports are on the Council's website where you can see the recommendations for everything that we're discussing today. Elaine, do we have any apologies or substitutes?
Thanks, Convener. We have apologies for Councillor Whiteside with Councillor Bell as substitute.
Thank you, Elaine. And open up to the committee. Do we have any declarations of interest or statements of transparency? Okay, I'm not seeing anything. We move on then to the minutes of the previous meeting. Do we approve the previous minutes? Okay, thanks everybody. Okay, we move on then to agenda item 4, the B9113 Forfar to Montrose Road to Gibbon Bank, C6 Dundee to Teelan and C4 Kingenny to Duntrew Road amendments to existing speed limits. Graham, are you going to introduce this?
Yes, thank you, Convener, and afternoon everyone. This report brings forward proposals to reduce the speed limits at Gibbon Bank, Forfar and Duntroon by Dundee. This implements the decisions agreed at Development Management Review Committee and Communities Committee as outlined in the report. This committee's approval is required to allow our road service to proceed with the associated traffic orders, and the report provides plans detailing for members exactly where the revised speed limits will be applied. Thank you.
Thank you, Graham. Do we have any questions for Graham on this report? Any comments? Okay, we move to the recommendations. The recommendations 1 to 4 are to note, agree, note and agree. Are we happy with those recommendations to note and agree?
Agreed.
Okay, thank you, everybody. Right, we'll move on to agenda item 5, Angus New Scots Refugee Integration Strategy 25 to 29. This is going to be led by Audrey and Debbie. Audrey.
Thank you, Chair. Good afternoon, Councillors. Over the years, we have welcomed refugees to Angus through approved UK resettlement schemes, including those supporting individuals from Afghanistan and Syria. Since 2021, we have taken a strong partnership approach to assisting Ukrainians who have fled the devastation of war. As outlined in the report, Angus Council, along with other local authorities in Scotland, reaffirmed its commitment to supporting those seeking refugee and reinforced this by approving the establishment of the resettlement team at the Policy and Resource Committee meeting on May the 2nd, 2023. As well as reporting into the Vibrant Community Service, the resettlement team operates within a robust governance framework. The resettlement coordinating group, comprising of stakeholders from health, education, housing, social work, Police Scotland and third sector partners, and ensures a coordinated approach to support at an operational level. At a strategic level, the resettlement oversight group, which includes similar partners, addresses broader resettlement challenges and policy direction. This collaborational structure strengthens our ability to provide effective and comprehensive support to those seeking refugee in Angus within the local capacity. Supporting refugees who have fled to Angus is not only about finding safety, but is about ensuring the wraparound support is provided to build strong, connected communities. The majority of the Ukrainians living in Angus have come through the Homes from Ukrainians scheme, community partners, and we thank the people of Angus who have shown incredible generosity in becoming hosts and welcome Ukrainians into their homes. And the tariff for providing wraparound support means that there's no financial implications for Angus as a 5-year financial plan that supports the strategy through a fully tariff-funded tariff. Schemes are voluntary and we liaise with partners and key services to assess capacity before agreeing new arrivals. This strategy that we're looking at today to approve lays out our responsibilities and the actions required to support those seeking refugee with social cohesion at its core. Strong connected community benefits everyone, and by building relationships between New Scots and local residents, we create a more inclusive, diverse and resilient Angus. Language support is key to this integration, which is why, as part of the Vibrant Community Service Review, we merged the ESOL and the resettlement teams to strengthen our provision, and a strong ESOL programme ensures that individuals and families can fully participate in society. and find meaningful employment. This strategy relates to, just for noting, the strategy relates to refugees, and to confirm that asylum seekers are supported by the Home Office through accommodation contractors, MEARS, and are not within the resettlement team scope. They are through the asylum dispensal programme. Yeah, we're looking for approval today.
Thank you, Audrey. We'll open up to questions. Does anybody have any questions on the report? Not seeing any. Any comments? Councillor Devine.
Thanks, Convener. I feel really proud of the resettlement team, actually, because I think they've done a huge amount of work in terms of networking. They've got a lot of people on board to give the mainly Ukrainians a start in this country. I can't imagine what it's like to leave your own country under the circumstances that they've left. So I'm really pleased that we're giving them such a warm welcome, helping them in all sorts of ways to integrate into society, to get jobs and to give back to our society. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Devine. Councillor Melville.
Yes, thanks, Convener. This is really, really good to see. I want to thank Audrey and the full resettlement team for all the work that they've put into this and all the work that they've done supporting Ukrainian refugees. Members will also recall the motion that was passed at the last full council, which recommitted the council to work closely with both the Scottish and UK governments to support Ukrainian refugees here in Angus. And I just want to say again, the fantastic amount of work that the resettlement team is doing and thank them for everything that they've done.
Now, I've got a slight configuration issue on the screen in front of me, so I think it's Councillor Cowdy that has her hand next, then we go to Councillor Proctor, then Councillor Cruikshanks.
Thank you very much. Yes, so I actually also wanted to thank the resettlement team, in particular the resettlement coordinator, Nairi. I've had lots of conversations with her. I had the pleasure of visiting the International Cafe in December, and I met some of the guests that we're talking about, and I'm particularly happy to see on page 29 a section dedicated to health and well-being. The concerns that have been raised with me by guests from Afghanistan actually have related to access to health services. So I'm really encouraged to see that there's a really serious focus on this. So yeah, thank you so much for everything people are doing.
Thank you, Councillor Cowdy. Councillor Proctor.
Thanks very much, Convener. I just like to thank Audrey and the team for all the hard work. And as Councillor Melville said, we spoke about this last week. I've been fortunate enough to meet with numerous Ukrainian families, and it really actually gives me a great pleasure to see that after what they've been through, they could come here to United Kingdom, to Scotland and to Angus, feel safe, feel at home, and know that people are here, want to be their friends, and they really, really appreciate that. And the looks on some of the little children's faces that I met one afternoon in our local church, it just said it all. So I can't say enough about my thanks to Audrey and her team, and I fully support this. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Proctor. Councillor Cruikshank.
Thanks, Convener. I just want to sincerely thank officers and all those involved in developing this strategy. It's a compassionate and well-coordinated piece of work, and it reflects the best of what local government can do when we bring people together. As we continue to support those arriving in Angus, I think it's equally important that we keep the trust of local residents, making sure that everyone feels their needs are being met and that core public services remain strong. That balance will be key to the success of this work, and I'm encouraged by the approach being taken.
Thank you, Councillor Cruikshanks. Any further comments? I'm not seeing any online. I'm not seeing any in the chamber. We move then to the recommendations. The recommendations are to note the ongoing work and agree the new Angus New Scots Refugee Integration Strategy 25 to 29. Are we happy to note and agree the recommendations?
Agreed.
Okay, thank you, everybody. That concludes this meeting of the Communities Committee.
Hi, John. Can you stop that?
Thanks, Convener.